I welcome you all to this podcast. Whenever audience, you will be glad to hear that a coordinator of the anti-discrimination towards movement is the special guest towards function. I am Rajan with you. পডকাস্টের আজকের অতিথি নিদুল চলুন জেনে নিই তার সম্পর্কে হ্যালো নিদুল প্লিজ ইন্ট্রোডিউস ইউরসেলফ
Hello, sir. It's a great opportunity to I am with you in this podcast, and my name is Nazmul Hussain Nidul. My great and proud identity is I am a student right now, and also I am a student of fashion design, and I am also a novelist. Not that much big, but I am a little novelist. Fashion design, and I am also a novelist. Not that much big, but I am a little novelist.
Okay. So, dear viewers, the purpose of Tourist Live Station is to give you an idea of Bangladesh Code and Reforms movement. And so, first, I would like to request all of you, please, my humble request to all of you, share this video so that we can reach to the maximum people. And আমিও এই মুহূর্তে শেয়ার করে দিচ্ছি আজকের যে প্রোগ্রামটা আছে আপনারা সবাই শেয়ার করে দিন ওকে আজকের পডকাস্টের বিষয় লিংকটা আমি শেয়ার করে দিলাম আপনারা সকলে শেয়ার করে দিন ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ for being with us. I welcome you all to this podcast where Lorians you'll be glad to hear that a coordinator of the anti-discrimination towards movement is the special guest of tourist function, I said, and I'm Razan with you today. And the purpose of Tourist Live Station is to give you an idea of Bangladesh cultural reform movement. After a month-long student protest in Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, who ruled Bangladesh as Prime Minister for 15 years, resigned and fled to the country on Monday as students and civilian protesters took over her official residence in the capital, Dhaka. The Awami League, her party, held on to poll in national elections this January that were boycotted by all opposition parties. Since then, she has faced criticism from the US and its allies, but received unconditional support from neighboring India and China. With their backing, Hasina was able to withstand the criticism for some time. However, last month, the students started protesting against discriminations in the public job requirement, which put renewed pressure on the government after a court reinstated controversial quotas for government jobs. Here is the timeline of the students' protests that led to Hasina's resignations and end of her 15-year-long rule. So first, we look at the top stories of the timeline of this moment, and June 5th June, actually, a court reinstated quota system for public jobs that was released in 2018. And 1st July, students announced protests calling for reforms to quota system. And 4th July, students' protests grew after High Court delays hearing of government appeals to challenge High Court verdict. And 14th July, the university students take to streets after Sheikh Hasina's led students against Rajakar, first which fought against Bangladesh independence in 1971. And July 16th, students' protests spread across campuses and took an unprecedented turn after 6 students killed by police gunfire. And 19th July, rejecting government calls to write for Apex code word and code system and students announced a nationwide shutdown. And 20 July, government improvement free curfew, complete internet blackout, as over 266 people were killed at the time, and mostly in crisis. Hmm. So that the law enforcement agency attacked several students, and first of August, government branch opposition groups Jamaat Islamic crackdowns on Protestant opposition parties, Congress blaming them for instigating students' protests. And 3rd August, students reject government call for negotiations, announced no cooperations movement on Hasina originations. And the 4th August, at least 93 people were killed in fresh violence as students demand government step down. And finally, 5th August, Hasina flees to India along with her sister after protesters took control of the Prime Minister's official presence in the capital Dhaka. Well, now I'd like to move on to main part of the live, and today Arvind was a patient learner on air who has developed his speaking skill under my guidance. So let's get started. And hello, Nidal. Now, tell us what's the quota system in Bangladesh?
Actually, the quota system is a very old system, which is just like some of the people or a class of the people will get the chance or opportunity in job sector or another sectors which are very essential for humans, or especially the students. But it's the barrier. I mean, it's the barrier for any student, because of if the quota system continue day by day, then no one will get chance without quota. It's a very dangerous term, and the brilliant students are getting out for this, and so many uneducated and not proper educated or not proper trained people are getting in it. So it's very dangerous situation, and also very dangerous time for our student life.
Yeah, you said Wales, and what's the problems with quotas?
Actually, there are so many problems because of, if you think from a student perspective, I'm studying, and because I want, or I think about getting a job, I will catch the steering of my family, and so many dreams are in my mind. But if the quota system return, I have no quota, then although I am an enough capable person, but the non-capable person is getting the chance for the job, and I am not getting it. So it's very dangerous time, and it's also very unexpected things, because of I'm a student and I'm not getting enough facility, but our other one is getting enough facility because of his grandfather who's a freedom fighter. That's not his credit, that's his grandfather's credit. If we want to give something to his grandfather, that's worth it. But if we want to give something to him because of his grandfather dedication, that's not proper.
Yeah, you said well, and respect your speech. The viewers, if you have any questions, আমি দর্শকদের উদ্দেশ্যে বলছি, যদি আপনাদের কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকে আমাদের কমেন্ট বক্সে প্রশ্ন করুন এবং জানতে চেষ্টা করুন আজকের আমাদের যে অতিথি রয়েছে তার কাছ থেকে কোটা আন্দোলনে তার অবদান এবং দেশের ছাত্ররা কি করেছে। আপনারা জানেন সে একজন নির্যাতিত এবং প্রতিবাদকারী, আন্দোলনকারী এবং আমাদের সমাজের ছাত্রদের প্রতিনিধি। সে তাকে আপনারা যে কোনো বিষয়ে প্রশ্ন করতে পারেন সম্পর্কে জানার জন্য। Well, and once again I'm going to move on to Nidal. Hi. And when did the quota movement start in Bangladesh in 2024?
Actually, the quota movement of 2024 is not the beginning sector of 2024. It's began in 2018.
Yeah.
At the previous time, The dictator Hasina established this quota system in 2018, and we protest it. Actually, not I was not involved there on that time properly, but our elders or seniors actually protested it. But on that time, she just took the decision to cancel, and she reformed it. But in 2024, at the beginning of at the ending of June and beginning of July, she again started it, and that's the reason why we started to protest the quota system. And quota system is not only things that just make difference between me and other students. It's a thing that just that's always making mistake difference in me, other people, and who is holding the quota. He is getting more facility in this society, in this government, in this criteria. So it's not fair at all. So we started protest in July. So if you want to say when the 24th quotas movement started, I would like to say it started in at July, and I had published a video. I think that was 9th July of 9th July against the quota system. So from that time I am starting the protest.
Oh, I see. Well, then the students started this movement, I think, right? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. And when did you join the movement? I mean, exactly when did you join the movement? Okay.
Actually, sir, at the sector of social media, I am joined with it from the previous time to now. But if you say when I physically join it, then I would like to say after after 13 July, or from 13 July, I am physically joined with it. But I didn't get enough chance to get the more response from my friend cycle, because it was not a very big topic or very big issue till then. But when I tried to protest with the community of quota reform, then I got enough chance and enough response. But I am physically joined from 13th July physically, but I have said against the quota movement from 3rd July.
I see. Okay, this is great, I think. And how ordinary people participate in the quota movement?
Actually, so there is no number, and there is no direction. I can't say you any direct number or proper number about it, because there are so many person who had joined with us. I mean, who is selling the mango or cutted mango, and who is selling the pickles. They have also supported us. The rickshaw pullers also supported us. Then
Yeah,
how can I say the number? There is no number. All the people who is proper educated and proper mentality, people of Bangladesh have joined with us, and we appreciate it, because no one can make any corruption by anyhow or any reason in this freedom or independent Bangladesh.
yeah. I mean, every civil person will join
Yes.
with you. I think that time. Okay. Um, every single person who are civil, they joined with you. The time I think so, and I noticed that well. So, how has the government responded that matter?
Sorry, sir.
How had the government responded? How the
Oh.
how had the government responded the
Actually, sir,
protest?
if I want to talk about this part, I would like to talk from the previous time. Actually, which topic is political, you can't say it non-political topic by any cost. When the government started response with us, the dictator Hasina started response like it's a non-political issue, and I'm submitted it to the High Court or Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court will give their response, then I will give you a portfolio or output. But we know that this topic is totally a political issue, because which movement starts from the roadside and starts from the road value, there is no chance to be a non-political issue. It's a totally political issue. And in this political issue, if she responds like it's a non-political issue, it's just funny things, nothing else. Because and the government started responding like it's a non-political issue. But why? And that's why she is on this position today.
Oh, it's nice. Nice speech, okay, for that. And you said well. So now I would like to know from you what were the rules of you in that moment.
Oh, sorry, it's a goose-bumping question. Okay, let me start. At 13th July, I went to Dhaka University and I met with my some friends who was there, and suddenly the attack from a negative side just happened on us, and it's so unexpected. That's why we was just thundered on that moment. But we started to handle it with our merit, and we was very quiet about this issue, and we started to protest it by time by time. And 13th July, at the afternoon of 13th July, the opposite side was attacked on us, and they just beat us without any reason, and they was just hitting us one by one. So it was just a goose-bumping thing. But 15th of July, when the private university students also joined with public university students, the movement was just blasted, and
Wow.
it's just began a movement of our right. We are not getting our proper right, so you have to be careful about our rights, because you are the government, and you have to understand that I am not your servant. You are the government. You are my servant, and you are not acting like a servant. You are acting like a owner of us. That's not expected from you. So we started our protest, and 15th of July, when the private university students joined, it was a large movement, and the government started to handle it with very much dangerous term, because she just deployed his all sectors like army, RAB, like police and BGB, etc., and all other things, for which BGB is not getting enough security, or is not giving enough security to us from India and on our border. They are just shooting on us. Why? Isn't it so funny? The bullets, the guns is our money's things, and it's our property, and they are just applying our property on us. So it's so much funny thing.
She behaves like an autocrat, I think. Shoulder shuttle. Yes. And we noticed that. That's why she had to flee out from this country. Yeah. And thank you, dear viewers, for staying with us. Please comment down below if you have any questions. And my guest is happy to answer for you. Okay. And now, what was the favorite slogan of the moment?
Actually, sir, our favorite slogan. I mean, the slogan which is just. I mean, it's a petrol. It's like a petrol. When the movement was burning, and the government just threw the petrol pump on this movement, and it's blasted. When the government said us Rajakar, I mean, she was talking about the quota system. She just started to, a journalist asked him that both of students are getting enough chance and enough educated, and they are getting the job sector, and after the every examination, both students are equal. Now one is the grandchild of a freedom fighter, and one is the grandchild of non-freedom fighter. But he just mentioned
Rajagar.
it like like Rajagar. Then Prime Minister replied it like. মুক্তিযোদ্ধার নাতিপুতিরাকে মেধাবী না তো কি রাজাকারের নাতিপুতিরা মেধাবী নাকি, and that speech was like a blast.
Yeah.
After this speech, from that night to 5th August, we just ran away for the freedom, and there is no other chance. And if we go back, then they would kill us. Then what can I do? Actually, sir, I want to share some memories with you. The
Sure.
memories like after 15th July, when the private university student, I am also belong from private university, and when the private university student is joining one by one in this movement, at first IUT, DUFT, or this institute like UIU, they were joining, and after that BRAC, NSU, also they joined here. And all other private university, public university, and also government colleges join here. So national college are not out of this. So in 16th July and 17th July, the police, I mean the dictator Hasina's servants was very much angry on us, and they just hated us. Just mind blowing things to say you that their hitting style was like we are a murderer, but we are not murderer. We are the future of this country. So if you want to treat us, you have to treat us with respect. But you are not giving me the respect. So what can I say about it? In 16th July and 17th July, dictator Hasina just said that kill them, and that's not a proper way to respond with us. You have to think the chain of this country's future is on our hand. So you have to respond us with respect. There is no respect in this speech. Why you are killing me? So in 16th July and 17th July, they started the killing mission. And I am saying that from Kajipara metro station to Sheorapara metro station, they just hit us. And at a certain time, I fell down in this road, and the police and also the other servant was starting to hit me very dangerously, and they hit me from my legs, from my chest, and very dangerous. That's not, I can't describe you this situation. And I am saying in 18th July, at the midday, 18th July, we was making a road work on that time. Police started to made us stop, but we was not stopped. But on this time, the police was forbidding us, and they were saying that close the movement and go away to the house, and we was just on our focus and on our goal. On that time, some force of dictator Hasina came, and they started just shooting away, and this shooting period of time was just unexpected, and a bullet just came through my beside, and which boy I was holding, he belongs from UIU or like this varsity, I am not sure, but his name was Thonmoy. Yes, his name was Thonmoy. He just got a bullet on the downside of his left eye, and it was passed across the head. And that situation was very dangerous for me, for thinking, and this is not a proper way. And for this bullet, he was just dying, and I didn't force him to hold me, but he was holding my hand, and I can't think that I have to run now. I have to go away from this time. I didn't. I don't know what was running on my mind on that time, but I holded his hand and I was seeing he is dying in front of me, and it's so much dangerous thing for me to see and to think. And after a certain time, the servant of dictator Hasina started to command like shoot again, and that's on this moment my mind was working like, now they are saying shoot again. I mean, it's they will shoot again now, and a bullet can go into my chest, and it can be a reason for die. And I was thinking that time, and when I passed this area, a police started to shoot, and a bullet came and entered in my left leg. And on this time, my eyes were getting black, and there was so much. I was seeing everything dark, and I was not able to see anything, to say anything. There is no situation, but my elder brother from Dhaka University named Rana. I called him Rana Bhai. Rana just Rana was just running and caught my hand to run away, and I was feeling too much pain in my leg, and there was so much bleeding. But I had to run with him. I started to run, and a pharmacist just put up his shutter and said us, come into my store, I'll give you protection. And there was no other option to pick on that time. So we entered in his store, and everything was dark on this time because the light was off, and I was just sat down on the floor, and the pharmacist was saying that I have some puffed rice for you. You can eat it, and after the situation will get a cool time, or it will get a rest. Then I will give you all, or let you all go into your house. But I was just thinking on this period of time that I had get a bullet on my leg, and it can be a situation, or it can be a reason to die now. And on this moment there was nothing to do, sir, and there was nothing to do for me. So the bullet was entered in my leg, and I was thinking I will die now. So I wanted to call my mother. Also, I wanted to call my mother, and there was no situation to call her, because I thought if I call her, she will just think, or she will just think about the bad situation of mine, and it will be very harmful for her. And after that, I just said Rana Bhai, that Rana, I think I will die. Then that Rana was said, gosh, why you are thinking that you will die? I said, a bullet has entered in my left leg, and it's too much bleeding. Can you see that? Then the pharmacist came, and he was just saying that it's a very dangerous thing. Now let me see the bullet, and he just washed it with some tissues, and after that he saw that it's a rubber bullet, but it was so much big, and it had just made a very dangerous and very time that it has entered, and there is a hole in my left leg. It made a hole. So all the blood was going throughout on this hole, by this hole, and I was thinking that if I don't die for the bullet, for the I will die for the bleeding. So it was very goosebumping thing for me. And then he just made it from a shoe, and he just made it out and kept it out from my body and bandaged me on that time. And also he gave me some medicines on that time. So that was a very dangerous thing for me. And sir, I would like to say that on that time I lived in a sublet room. Like you know that in this Dhaka city there is no option to uh, get get a room for a bachelor, so it's very tough to get. So on that time,
Yes.
I was staying in sixth floor of this building, and there is no lift. So can you imagine that my going into the room and getting out from the room was very much tough with this bullet, So I just went to my room, and I like to cook my foods by me, and there is no option to share this situation with another, because on that time dictator Hasina made all the barricades of and allegations all over the country, that if anyone get a symbol that he was in the movement, they just pick up the student or that person from his home. So this is not a safe thing to say share it with anyone. And if I want to share it with my neighbors, then they will start to say you are a bachelor and we have hired we have granted you in this room, and if you want to make the protest, and if any police came from for you, then it will be very harmful for us. So they will just started to act like I on that period of time. Then after after 18th July, after 18th July afternoon, from 18th July afternoon, the government may shut it down all the internet connection from all over the country. And that was pre-planned thing. That was pre-planned because of after making off or shutting down the internet connection, the government made a steamroller, just started a steamroller on all the students and all other persons. And that steamroller was very dangerous for us, very much dangerous, because of
Yeah.
on that time you are not safe in your house also.
Yeah.
They was just picking you from your room. Is it safe? So you are not safe in your room or in your house. Then where you are safe? You are safe no, not everywhere. Then then we started to protest from our side, and the internet is totally shut down. It means we are not collaborating with other persons, and we are not making our conversation with others. So we started to make it the one by one. Let me say a funny thing. The funny thing is, our generation Z or generation Z, we are very much smart than all other generation of our previous time. You have to think that we are very expert on the devices. We are very expert on the internet, and you can't teach me anything about internet. We are teaching you. So when the
I think
age of
you
18.
used you used VPN. I think VPN.
Yes, sir. We started to use the VPN, and a funny thing is, the 18 years old person, 70, 60 years old person are teaching us about the internet connection. Gosh, am I uneducated? Am I unsmart, a local guy? I am so much smarter than you about the ICT. Huh? So you can't teach me anymore. Then let me say a thing. We was on that time we was making product from Sharapara metro station to Agargaon, and we
Okay.
started our rally from there to Mirpur 10. And when we crossed Mirpur 10 to Mirpur 1, we just stopped or we just blocked in Mirpur 2, and we saw that there is no option and no roads without police. That means they had barricaded us or they had blocked us from all over the side. It's the great opportunity to kill us. It's very easy to shoot on us, and there is no reason. They don't know, and they don't have to need any reason to kill us, because there is there is no justice. So on that time, just we were just blocked in Mirpur 2, and my elder brother named Shakawat. Shakawat was saying me, "Hey Nidul." I said yes. Then he was saying me, "We have to find out the road, which road is unblocked. I mean, where is not police available on this moment? Now, how we will get that?" Then they bring a drone. Can you get the drone? So drone. Then we flew the drone, and we were seeing all over the area where is the police unavailable. And we were seeing by drone and finding by drone the road. And after getting the road, we just picked this decision and said everyone that we have got a road which is opposite of the Sultan Mirpur 10, and we will go through this road to the another side, and there is no risk to get there is no risk to get attacked by the police or by any other forces. Then we go through on that road, and I am saying that you are not saying that we are educated. We are saying that we are more smarter than you all. So if you block our road, we will get or find out a road by which we can go out. So there is no reason. And a funny thing also, on that day, on the same day, the police arrested me with handcuff, and the police arrested me, and they pulled me inside of the prison van. And after pulling me, there was no space to stand. They had arrested all the students. That means there is no space to stand on this prison van, and I was just pulling with the door, and they picked it. And on that time, the driver of this car was saying, "Hey sir, we have left our two constable. If we want to bring them inside of this car, then we have to throw out one or two person from this car, from this prison van." And they came and opened the door and said me, "Hey fat man, you have to go out from our car, because our constable is not getting enough chance or enough space to stand." Then I said to my Almighty Allah that Alhamdulillah, I have got freedom from this period of time, and I have to go my home now. And this was so much funny thing for me, because everyone is saying, or everyone is making me insult for my fat body. But on that time, Allah had saved me for my fat body, and shukri alhamdulillah. And after that, sir, after that in 20th July at night, some people of this area came into my sixth floor, and there was knocking on my door. And on that time, I know that no one will come in this moment, but there was a doubt who can come on this time. Then I went and I just opened the door, and I was just thundered, because of there was 6 to 7 people. There was just rubbish people that there was hitting me and started to slang language on me. And one of them brought just saying to me that, "Can you give me a glass of water?" Then I gave him. After getting the water, they asked me and also picked me with them, and they brought me to their elder brother. I mean, the political leader of Chhatra League, which
Oh,
is a very much dangerous moment. And after going there, they just bound me with a chair, and on this time they hit it on me and attacked on me very dangerously, and there was also so many peoples. And after that I thought that this place is not safe for me at all, because of, if they bring me again from my home and they kill me, there will be no justice for this. And still then we was not able to know that Hasina will go away from our country. So this was a very dangerous thing. If Hasina can quit this movement, then she will kill us. There is no other chance to get free, or there is no other chance to live. So these experiences was very much dangerous. They picked me from my house. They attacked me 6 to 7 times, more than it. Or they shooted me, and I have so many spotted in my body that there is a bullet spot, there is a hitting spot, there is so many hitting spot. And also they had attacked all over the students of all over the country. And there is no students is safe at all. And on this moment when I am saying you, we are not safe till now, because of there are so many unexpected thing is happening all over the country. So it is not a fair thing to live, and it is not a proper Bangladesh that we want. We may our dream for
oh,
this. So that's my experience, and this is very dangerous, and all it's a goosebumping story for me. And sir, I am thinking to write a book on it, and inshallah, very soon I will announce if I write it.
yeah, it should, and everybody will be able to know about the real story from you because at that time you were involved. Okay, so thank you, Nidul, for joining us, and I was shocked really after listening all the story from you, and আমি আশা করি দর্শকরা বিস্মিত হয়েছে. That's why I was silent. আমি খুবই নীরব ছিলাম এই জন্য, এবং I was listening carefully your story, and um, অনেক কষ্টের মাঝেও হাসলাম। আসলে বিষয়টা এরকম ছিল না, শত শত আমাদের ছাত্রদের জীবন উৎসর্গ করতে হলো এই আন্দোলনের জন্য, অনেকে আহত হয়ে কাতরাচ্ছে। সবার জন্য আমরা সহযোগিতা করার চেষ্টা করি, এবং আজকে অবশেষে অনেক এক্সপিরিয়েন্স হলো তোমার সাথে কথা বলে, যেহেতু তুমি নিজেও একজন
Thank you,
যোদ্ধা
sir.
ছিলে, এবং হ্যাঁ, অনেক কষ্টের মধ্যেও হাসলাম, ভালো লাগলো। নেক্সট টাইম আমি আশা করি আবারও আমরা আসবো নতুন কোনো পডকাস্ট নিয়ে
Inshallah.
দর্শকদের সামনে। So the words that's all for the time being, and hope to see you later again with Nidal. Nidal, thank you for
Yes, sir.
joining.
Thank you, sir, and thank you to the audience also. And pray for me. And I wish all my Allah will give all of you the peace, and we will get a very dreamed Bangladesh which we carry on our mind and on our heart. So Almighty Allah give us that chance to see our Bangladesh is a proper country where we can live with our respect, where we can live with our proper needs and also proper rights. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, Nils. And see you later because I'm in another class right now.